Next week, ABC is going to have a unique access at the White House to discuss health care. The President and First Lady are going to be on Good Morning America. Charlie Gibson is going to do World News Tonight from the White House, and then they're going to have Charlie Gibson and Diane Sawyer lead a discussion on health care. I may be the only one in the media who's not grumbling about it. I'm not sure if it's, if there should be criticism of ABC or whether it's sour grapes among those who don't. But, at least we're going to see what the White House plan is. Do you have any problem with ABC having this access?
I sort of do, Greta, and I understand it could be a close call for some people, and I respect you being honest about it. My problems are twofold. One is, look, this is going to be a big, high-profile discussion about the president's issue on the president's home turf. I don't remember any network having a similar conversation about another president's agenda in the same way. And, look, the president will win. I mean, this discussion is going to be in the East Room of the White House. It's like, it's like having the junior high basketball team play in Los Angeles.
Here's the two things. First of all, I confess I would love to do it. I don't get it. He doesn't talk to Fox. That's the first thing. The second thing is that, we chased the First Lady, former First Lady, around the Middle East on breast cancer awareness. Now, that wasn't policy, but that was promoting, a health program. But, we had unique access, but anybody else who wanted to pay the freight, I guess, could have gone along, too. There were empty seats there. Other networks could have. And the third thing is the next day, we're going to be doing everything the president hates. We're going to be going over every single thing he says and challenge him. We're going to have you'll probably be on and everybody else, and we're going to have a chance to see what is it the president said. We finally get it laid out, and then we can take a look at it and scrutinize it.
I'd had to have 2 points to make. First of all, we'll be scrutinizing it the next day, but we won't be scrutinizing that night in front of the big audience that he'll have by having a primetime evening news program on a major network with a unique venue, the East Room of the White House. So he wins no matter what. Second of all, this is my problem about it from the perspective of the president. He is devaluing the White House. The White House ought to be used for big things like major addresses to the country and press conferences and heralding the best of America. He's turning it into a campaign backdrop. And eventually, it's going to diminish the White House as it's going to diminish him. I mean, he is in our face all of the time. And I'm not certain from the White House perspective that that's necessarily a healthy thing. I do know that it's devaluing the White House. And I also know that it's extraordinary. Tell me one other major network that during any other big battle that a president had did a similar kind of a thing. Did they do it when Bush was working for the tax cut or No Child Left Behind? Did they do it when Bill Clinton was trying to pass NAFTA or trying to pass Hillary Care? Did they do it for Ronald Reagan when he was trying to pass his tax cuts? Did they do it for Jimmy Carter in any of his initiatives? No, this is really unusual, and I think it's crossing a line. If it's not crossing a line, it's getting comfortably too close to the line of where a news network becomes a cooperating partner of and an adjacency to the White House communication shop. And I think the presence of a former ABC reporter as the communicator in chief inside the White House on this issue also raises questions about how it ended up in the hands of the ABC. So, look, I just think this is, from the White House perspective, I know why they want to do it. They've got a fantastic backdrop. They've got a huge automatic audience that's going to be intrigued to see the president holding forth in the East Room of the White House. It's going to be a winner for them. But whether or not it's in the best interest of journalism and whether it's also in the best interest of the Obama White House to devalue this incredible place that they occupy are two other questions from my perspective.
And you've just given me a lot to think about, so I'm going to chew on this one for a while. But the backdrop, I'll take a look at it. You got me off. You've got me thinking about it. Carl, thank you.